People are so different, but there are certain questions that are universal. You don't have to be Adventist to struggle with depression. It's not only Adventists who have children. It's not only Adventists who, get lonely. It's not only Adventists who have trauma or celebrations. It's humans. It's human beings. I don't think that we own the human experience.
Adventist humans are humans, primarily, first and foremost. I think that establishing that, especially to people who feel like, oh, if you're a part of a certain religion, you're so different than me, I can't relate to you. And it's like, no, but if we bring it back down to the root, to like my basic needs, my basic desires, and my wants, and wanting to like find meaning in the world is very similar to just any other human. And it's just kind of like establishing that and sharing that part of our soul and our brain within a story is very connecting.
As weird as it might sound, like doing the whole human interaction thing isn't something that I've seen modeled a lot in the church. The church is oftentimes this sterilized environment where all we talk about is ideas, all we talk about is scripture, and like I get why we do that. But when it comes to actually like meet people where they're at and to hear about both the good and the bad, the happy and the sad, that's not really something that we do a lot, or we don't have space for that in church. That's been the biggest challenge, is entering into that space where like I'm actually getting to know someone for who they are as opposed to what idea they have to share.
I think we started with the premise that we don't know each other very well, and that knowing each other well allows us to love each other well, without taking the time to get to know the lives that are out there. It's really difficult to connect with people. Somebody has to go and experience that and try to tell the story. We need a way to access perspectives that are not our own. So much of the tension that we find in society, life, church, comes from not being able to see where somebody else is coming from. So this project is really aimed at exploring that. Where are people coming from? How does their brain work? And what does it mean to be a Seventh-day Adventist living in 2020, living in society today?
No matter how much truth you have, if you do not have the understanding about how human hearts work, it all amounts to nothing. And I believe that in order for us to really see what humanity is, we must go beyond theology. You're not just going there to okay, we'll film an extraordinary story, but to actually live life and to know how they work and how they understand things. It's been a while since I've seen a project focus on people's lives, and not just miracles, not just devotions, not just sacrifices, but actually making our church member human.
Our main focus is the human experience, told through the lens of Seventh-day Adventists. We're not out to teach people how to think. There's one outcome I want, and that is to get people to start asking questions and to get people curious about each other. Whether you like how somebody else lives, whether you agree with their opinion or not, the ultimate outcome of seeing so many different lives should be curiosity about the people in your life.